Okay, you know the drill. It's Monday morning, you're all fired up. You tell yourself, this is it. This is the week I finally eat healthy. You even have a salad for lunch. But then, 8 p.m. rolls around and suddenly you're ordering a large pizza. Why does this always happen? We've all been there, right?
So why are our best intentions so fragile? It's really easy to just blame it on a lack of willpower. But what if the problem isn't you? What if it's your timing? What if I told you there's a predictable pattern to your motivation, and you can actually see it in the data?
So check this out. Researchers at the Wharton School found something pretty wild. They looked at millions of Google searches for the word diet, and they found this huge, predictable spike every single week. Can you guess what day? Yup, every Monday, search interest jumps by more than 14%.
And that is not a coincidence. It's a real psychological thing called the fresh start effect. And believe it or not, it's happening inside your brain all the time, whether you even realize it.
The secret here is something called a temporal landmark. Now that's just a fancy term for any moment in time that our brain decides is the end of one chapter and the start of a new one. It's basically a built-in reset button. And these landmarks are literally everywhere. I mean, New Year's Day is the obvious big one, of course, but our brains also use the start of a new week, the first of the month, a holiday, or even your own birthday as a personal fresh start.
So how does this actually work? Well, these landmarks create this kind of psychological firewall. They let us mentally disconnect from the old you, the one who ordered the pizza, and they let us embrace a new you who has a totally clean slate. We see this new version of ourselves as way more capable and disciplined.
So it really boils down to two key things. First, it helps us mentally just wipe the slate clean of all our past mistakes. And second, it kind of pulls us up out of the daily grind and makes us look at the big picture, who we really want to become. But here is the secret that most people totally miss. This isn't just about New Year's resolutions or starting over on Monday. The research shows that this effect is triggered by dozens of opportunities all year long, and it creates these predictable windows of peak motivation. And the proof is in the numbers. I mean, look at this. At one university gym, attendance spiked by over 33% at the start of a new week. And on the goal-setting website StickK, new commitments jumped by almost 24% at the start of a new month. And get this, after a federal holiday, that same site saw a massive 55% spike in new goals. That is a huge surge of motivation. And this isn't just some pop psychology theory either. This all comes from a serious, peer-reviewed study in the journal Management Science. It is a real, measurable pattern in how we all behave. So let me ask you, just think about your own life for a second. Which one of these feels like a more powerful reset button for you? Is it the clean slate of a brand new month? Or is it that rhythm of starting over fresh every single Monday? And the best part about all this is that you don't have to just wait for the calendar. You can actually find or even create your own personal fresh starts. Things like moving to a new place, starting a new job, even just the first day back from a vacation. These are all really powerful reset buttons you can use to your advantage. So how do you actually use this? It's really just a simple 3-step process. Step 1, identify your next fresh start. Could be next Monday, could be the first of the month, your choice. Step 2, pair that day with one and only one specific goal. And then step 3, launch. When that day gets here, you just begin. Simple as that. When you really think about it, this research shows us that motivation isn't some mystical, unreliable thing. It ebbs and it flows in these predictable cycles. The key is just learning how to ride those waves instead of always trying to fight against the current. So let's go all the way back to that pizza you ordered. The fresh start effect means that one little slip-up isn't a total failure. Nope, it's just the end of one mental chapter. You don't have to wait all the way until New Year's to try again. Your next clean slate is probably just a few days away. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Forget waiting for the perfect time on the calendar. What if your next fresh start was tomorrow? What would you do with it?